When I was 8, Saturdays were my favorite days. Every Saturday morning, I'd wear my bright yellow dress, the one with the frilly white collar and the sunflower buttons. Mr. Wilson said birds loved bright colors. "You're like sunshine to them," he'd say, smiling with too many teeth. He lived alone in a little green house near the edge of the park, and every Saturday, I'd meet him by the bench under the old elm tree to feed the birds. He always had the seeds ready in little paper cups, and he paid me $5 just for showing up. I used to think that was a fortune. Sometimes my friend Emma would come too. We'd take turns tossing the seeds and giggling at the birds fighting over them. Mr. Wilson would sit nearby with his big camera, taking photos. He told us it was for a birdwatching club for adults, and that he was the president. He never showed us the pictures, though. "Grown-ups only," he'd chuckle. When I was 10, Emma started coming less, then not at all. She never told me why. I thought maybe she just got bored. She acted weird around me after that, quiet and tense, like she wanted to say something but never did. Mr. Wilson noticed. "Looks like it's just you now, Sunshine," he said. Then he raised my pay to $10. I didn't question it. I was a kid, and I thought maybe I was just really good at feeding birds. I wore the same yellow dress every time, even when it started getting tight on me. I remember once I asked if I could wear something else. He looked disappointed just for a second, but then smiled and said, "Birds won't come for gray or blue, sweetheart. Yellow is their favorite." When I turned 13, things started to feel different. I started noticing things. The way he watched me when I bent down to pick up spilled seeds. How his camera was always pointed right at me, not the birds. How the lens followed me, even when I moved to the side of the park. One Saturday, after I finished feeding the birds, he said, "You're growing up so fast. Why don't you come inside and have a soda before you go?" I hesitated, but he had always been nice, and I thought maybe he was just lonely. So I nodded and stepped into his house for the first time. It smelled like old paper and something sour underneath. He led me to the kitchen and poured me a soda. "Bathroom's down the hall if you need it," he said. I did. That's when I found it. The door was open just a crack, and I wasn't snooping, I swear. I just saw a wall covered in pictures and got curious. But it wasn't birds. It was me. Hundreds of photos. Me in the yellow dress, me laughing, me with seed on my hands, me bending down. Some of the photos were zoomed in, not on my face. I stared for a long time. My mouth went dry. I felt like I was floating above myself, like I wasn't even real. My stomach twisted, and I remember thinking, this isn't what birdwatching looks like. I ran out without saying goodbye. I never told Mr. Wilson I saw the room. I never went back. I never wore the yellow dress again either. I told my mom I didn't want to go anymore, and when she asked why, I said I just didn't like birds anymore. I don't think she believed me, but she didn't push it. I never told her what I saw. Not until much later. It wasn't until I was 15 that I fully understood what those pictures meant, what that club for adults really was. I cried for a long time. Then I remembered Emma's face that last time we fed the birds together, how she looked at me with something like guilt and sadness. I think she found out before I did. I wish she told me, but I understand why she couldn't. Sometimes, even now, when I walk through that park, I feel eyes on me. I see the bench under the elm tree and wonder how many other girls wore yellow for the birds. And I wonder if they ever saw the wall.